Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The UK has a long-standing tradition of ensuring our rights and traditional liberties are protected domestically and of fulfilling our international human rights obligations. The decision to leave the European Union does not change any of this. That's the approach we'll take as we enter negotiations, and I can confirm that the Government has no plans to withdraw from the European Convention of Human Rights.
Cunningham.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Given that answer, will the Minister set out a full and detailed list of all fundamental rights currently guaranteed under EU law, and what approach it intends to take towards them?
Well, what I'll say to the honourable gentleman is that we will be putting in front of the House the Great Repeal Bill at some point in the near future, which will carry into British law the existing law of the European Union and indeed a case law that goes with it. But I have to say to him too that the British human rights have not depended on the European Union. They've been intrinsic to our history and our tradition, and we will continue to defend them, and I most of all.
Rosie, Winterton.
Mr. Speaker, I very much welcome what the Secretary of State said about the Council of Europe and the European Court of Human Rights. And with that in mind, will he consider giving his support to a fourth summit of the Council of Europe to look at the way forward for the Council and how human rights could be strengthened through the European Court of Human Rights?
Well, she knows my ongoing passion for human rights. I don't know, this is the first I've heard of this fourth summit proposal. I'll certainly look at it, and she can guess what my sentiments will be.
Sheerman.
Mr. Speaker, isn't it a human right to have some certainty about your future? And is the Secretary of State not aware of how many people have come to this country, talented, hard-working, entrepreneurial, have no idea whether they can stay in this country, and now they're demanding that they have full health insurance for life for being able to stay here?
Well, I'm not sure whether certainty about your own future is a human right.
Order! I'm not sure we should have all these hairist remarks. Rather unseemly. The honourable gentleman is a distinguished senior statesman in the House. Secretary of State.
As I was saying, Mr. Speaker, I'm not sure whether certainty about your future is a human right, and I'm certainly not sure the House would necessarily extend it to the honourable gentleman either. But the simple truth is this. We have a large group of people, some of them European citizens, some of them British citizens abroad, to whom we want to give certainty across the board about their rights to remain, their rights in healthcare, their rights in welfare and so on. And one of the things that's been very apparent to me, I've now seen one way or another around about half of the member states, representatives of about half the member states. And it is plain to me that all of them treat this seriously, all of them want to see it dealt with early in the negotiation, and that is what the government policy is, to ensure that certainty for everybody.